We got to talk some QB dominoes in the 2027 class because two big names already off the board. Teddy Gerard to Notre Dame and Jace Johnson to Texas A&M. So with two big QBs already down, we know what happens. We generally see a run on QB targets. So I want to quiz you on a couple of the top names in the top 10. And let's start with Elijah Haven. What's the latest on him, and who are the favorites that are emerging early?
Well, there's some buzz that Elijah Haven may actually hasten this process and make a decision sooner than we originally expected. Now, he's got some game visits in mind for the season. Starts with Ohio State versus Texas. The Buckeyes have not extended a scholarship yet. If they do, they would certainly become a team to watch. But the programs that I'm keeping the keenest eye on right now are Michigan and Florida. And I think the way it's setting up with these dominoes right now, certainly Haven, maybe he does ultimately end up in the Michigan class. You also have LSU and Alabama very much in the picture for him. But I think Florida is a program that he's super high on, spending time there, getting to know the coaches. Florida is the program that I look at right now for the Rivals Industries number one ranked quarterback. The way things are setting up this cycle, the way the dominoes are falling on the board, they're kind of the program that's emerging for me right now in the Elijah Haven sweepstakes.
Very interesting. All right, so if we're going to talk QB dominoes, one person that can make the dominoes run is Lincoln Riley. We know he likes to handpick his quarterback, go after them personally. So before we, if we're talking dominoes, where does Lincoln Riley come into this, and who do you think he's making a priority in this 27 class?
Well, Payton Houston is his top target out of Louisiana, the prolific passer, dual threat quarterback that is one of the more exciting players on Friday nights. USC is absolutely coveting Payton Houston right now. And that's where my Rivals prediction is at, as well as colleague Sam Spiegelman. But you also have LSU really turning it up on Payton Houston this spring and summer, working hard to get the in-state target to stay home. Oklahoma is another program in the mix. He was one of the two guys Notre Dame offered. They obviously have Teddy Gerard in the fold now. Texas A&M was heavy on Payton Houston as well. They have Jace Johnson in the fold now. So the dominoes are starting to fall. Payton Houston is not expected to make a decision before the season. We're going to see him go see some of these top schools. But USC, he's had some great talks with Lincoln Riley, had some really good time out on campus with the program. This is a guy they're prioritizing. The intel favors USC, but LSU doing what they can to get him to think about staying home. And LSU, they lost Bryce Underwood at the end of the 2025 cycle. They do not have a quarterback committed in 2026. It is a very advantageous situation right now for anybody to want to play quarterback at LSU, place that had Heisman Trophy winner Joe Burrow, Heisman Trophy winner Jaden Daniels. And I expect LSU to go in the portal after the season. I think they're trying to flip someone in 2026. But right now, if you're a 2027 and you see this opportunity at LSU, there's a great chance to come in and make an early impact for the Tigers based on just some of the tough misses that they've had in 2025 and 2026 so far.
So let's play that out a little bit. Let's say that Lincoln Riley does land Payton Houston. Let's say that LSU doesn't sign an elite signal caller in the 2026 class. Who do you think they put all the chips in for if they go after a quarterback in 27?
Well, they're recruiting a few guys. Colton Nussmeier is the guy that immediately comes to mind, right? His brother Garrett Nussmeier, Heisman Trophy candidate. LSU's my dark horse. Not my dark horse. They're my pick to win the national championship this year with what they're bringing back. I think Nussmeier is my favorite to win the Heisman Trophy this year. And his brother is high on Alabama, Florida, and LSU. He's going to do his own thing. His dad's a coach in the NFL, played in the NFL. So these guys aren't just going to follow each other down their paths.
Sure.
Alabama, Florida, LSU are the contenders. Obviously, he has great exposure to LSU, knows that coaching staff. If his brother has a great season, if they have the season that Brian Kelly and company are looking to have, Joe Sloan leading the charge, you got to think LSU is going to be tough to beat for Nussmeier. And sources have said in the past they think he ultimately ends up there. But I know that Alabama and Florida are giving him a lot to think about as well.
All right. So let's who could be next if the QB dominoes are going to fall? Maybe not the top quarterback, but who do you think could be the next QB to drop?
Well, I think Michigan's the program you look at that could really start setting off some dominoes in this class and really put other quarterbacks on notice that spots are actually drying up, because Sharon Moore, new offensive coordinator Chip Lindsey, and the Wolverines are in great position for several of these top arms that we're talking about, from Elijah Haven to Peter Bork, who I think is target numero uno, to Malachi Ziegler, a 4-star from Louisiana. You even got our number 1 ranked quarterback in the country, Kavian Bryant. I know we talked about him with Texas and Texas Tech, but he had a fantastic visit to Michigan. So that's one where if you want to go to Michigan, you might want to, it's very competitive to be a Wolverine right now with all those names on the board, and you don't know who might just say, hey, I'm ready to go first. Peter Bork, Penn State came into the summer leading. Georgia, a recent offer, very exciting and intriguing. But Michigan's camp, getting around the staff, conversations with Coach Lindsey, Sharon Moore, what Michigan offers on and off the field, they are trending in a big way for Peter Bork. But Penn State certainly in the picture still. And like I said, Georgia, those are places he wants to get to games to this fall. But we'll see how this plays out, knowing that there are several other quarterbacks that Michigan's in great position for, and the well could quickly dry up.
All right, there's kind of a brief look at the top 10 quarterbacks in 2027. You guys let us know, where do you think these top arms will land? We're going to be talking about this for the next several months, so I'd like to hear your opinion. Let us know, comment section below.